everyone, so I'm back again to try and attack the Alma handles now. So after some consideration, I'm probably gonna go over these handles with the Alina's leather glue, because after I worked on the Valentino bag, I found that it is quite flexible. So I think I'm gonna use this to repair the handles as well. But first things first, we need to reattach the handles. So what I did was I had a pair of boots that that's ripped and I won't use anymore. So I just cut a tiny piece of, it's not leather, but it's, was it pleather? Pleather? Pleather. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just glue it to the inside here. I'm going to glue it to the inside here so I can reattach the handles and it'll secure the rip, hopefully. And then I'm just going to glue the outside as well, just to secure it. And on the other side of the handle, if you can see here, it's starting to open as well. So yeah, it's starting to open. So what I did was I also cut another small piece, but it's gonna be more triangle because it was so hard to stuff into the hole. But I just want to secure that one area so it doesn't rip any further. So that's what we're gonna do now. So the other pieces of the handle right here, it's also cracking, but it hasn't come apart at all. It's just cracking leather. So I'm just gonna put glue on top of it to secure it. So literally, I did look up some leather compounds and whatnot, but in Canada they weren't readily available and they cost way too much. So I ended up, I'm just gonna try this suede and leather glue. I actually ended up ordering another bag. I can't wait for it to arrive because this one's gonna be black, and as I mentioned in a previous video, I wanted a pink one, so I'm gonna paint the next one pink. So maybe we'll see another video. But for now, this is what I'll be doing to repair. And I'm just gonna, so what I'm gonna do first is just glue this to the inside. Make sure it fits. Yeah. So I'm gonna glue it to the back side first, just to secure it. If you have an actual leather scrap, it's probably better. I just couldn't bear to tear down anything else that I had that was in perfectly good condition, so I'm using this. Vinyl piece. I'm just gonna fully adhere it to the back. Now prior to the video I did measure and cut already, and it is a black piece, but I was planning to dye the bag black anyway, so it didn't bother me. There you go, it's on the inside there. So I didn't add glue to this side yet because I just want it to adhere to the inside lining before I add glue and fold it over. So I'm glad that when this ripped, there was still a tiny bit for me to adhere to this other side. If it ripped right below the button, this process would probably not work. So because I had a little bit of an overhang, it probably worked better. Thankfully, I had a little bit of overhang. And this glue dries quite fast. So I'm just gonna put this in. Now add glue to the other piece. Fold it down.
Hello, Mommy.
Hi, Justin.
Mommy, the burger. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. I want a burger. Meow.
So it's difficult once you have the handle actually. So I'm gonna tuck it. Tuck, tuck.
Potato.
Sorry, again, my toddler decided to join us in the video. So now I'm just gonna wait for the glue to dry and see how that holds, right? All right, everyone. So I went ahead and I glued on the vinyl pieces, and I just wanted to show you the glue hasn't fully dried yet. But if you take a look here, you see right there? Yeah. So it's drying right now. Once it dries, I'll hold the handle to see how well it holds. And this piece here, you can see the vinyl inside. So it also hasn't quite dried yet. So while I wait for that to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in glue in these cracks to secure all the handle parts. Like earlier I showed you the cracking on this handle here. So I'm just gonna fill that in while the glue dries. I'll probably go through and glue down any of the loose pieces of leather here on the handle just to secure it as well before I go through the whole thing. But it's lifted, so I'm just gonna glue that down and secure it because we don't want to lose any more leather on here. This handle, can you see? Just covering the light of the window there. It's really rough shape, so I'm gonna glue it all down. The handle might be a little bit stiff from the glue, but it's a handle, it won't bother me too much. I'd rather have a functioning handle. So once I finish all that, I'll come back to you guys, all right? Cheers. Hi everyone, so I went and went over the handles and I let the glue dry for overnight, and I wanted to show you guys the result. The handle is back on and secure. I haven't tried it with weight yet, but I tried tugging on it. It's pretty secure. Oh, sorry, it was this handle. just show you here. You can still see the glue, and I went over it with another layer of glue, but it's not pulling off. It looks pretty secure, and I left this because I wanted to show you guys. So what I did was I let it rest, and it rested on another piece, on this piece right here, and leather is just like skin. The glue will peel off. So I left that for you guys to see that the glue just peeled off, and I can actually go in and peel all this glue off. But I don't want to. So this is the handle. It's still pretty flexible. It is bumpy and not soft to the touch. I'm still debating if I want to buy a leather filler to smoothen it out or not. But at this point, because I want to start the painting process, I probably won't. I mean, the handles could be softer. I already went over it with glue, so I don't know if the leather filler would adhere anyways. But I wanted to show you guys the results. Yeah. It's like still flexible, but handles are rough. They're not soft at all, but it functions. This is the other side. I went and filled in those cracks. Yep. So now my Alma has handles that are attached to the bag. So yes, I'm quite happy with that.